Yes.
Okay.
Are you going to do it, where are you doing it at? The standing stones, at the little area he says?
I say we go right over here where it look kind of flatten off the side. Yeah, what do you guys think?
So you go over there, cast the spell, dome goes up.
And we can get our meditation and rest in?
Yes.
Want to set guards probably, since we can do both through 4 hours.
We don't necessarily have to set guards because nothing can penetrate
nothing can get in.
Right on.
We're cool. We can see out.
Everybody can do an 8-hour rest. The only thing is if anything is waiting on the outside for us,
We'll see it.
no, it drops in 8 hours.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just going to go, whoop, oh shit!
Well, Davlin plans to take his 4-hour rest, and then he'll get up and watch it after that. So,
I'll watch for the first 4 hours. And
I make it a point that Scar takes his 4-hour meditation, and even after that is very lethargic, as even an elf, normally would not be. He's pretty lethargic. And all that, and he stays up the next 4 hours, and you notice that he's taking a couple pages out of. Oh, she's sleeping. Mave is sleeping. I get her quill and her ink, and I take a couple pages out of the back of my spell book, and I'm concentrating on copying down a couple spells, and I take some dirt off the floor. And I throw it on there to dry up the ink and everything, and I roll them up and get them ready for her whenever she's awake. Whenever you wake up, Mave, I say, I hope you're feeling better. We need to talk. Here are a couple spells I think might come in handy. They're not normally your type of spells, but with a lot of work and concentration, I think you could get these spells down. We might need you to have to use these sometime. Hopefully not.
and on a metagame note, when we transferred through the portal, we hit a milestone in the campaign, and we all got to level up. So
she leveled, and she gets to take 2 spells from
anything but cleric, wasn't it?
Anything but the cleric listing. She could pick 2 spells as long as she could cast it as if it was a bard spell. So she can throw a 3rd level bard spell. So she could take a level 3 wizard spell or warlock spell or whatever. And I'm just trying to get this into the game.
No, actually, that was what I was going to say. That was awesome. Good role playing that into the game.
So whatever spell, even though this might be hamming it up a little bit, even if I don't know the spell, can we say that somehow?
Yeah. I already know what 2 spells she has.
Okay.
She took lightning arrow for the ranger spell, and then what was your other one? Fly.
Okay, so I give her fly, and then I write down this this scroll. Even though I memorized how to write it, I could never figure out the fucking.
Well, no, she found the technique at the bar when she went to the bar college. She learned of it, and she just hasn't been able to.
She had it in her bag of holding.
What bag of holding? Where's the
that we don't know about.
All right. Well, anyway.
It's not so much. It's not. She couldn't activate it. She's
sure. That sounds great. I'm just trying to get those 2 spells to Mave so we can move forward.
Yeah, she's got her spells. So.
I essentially have become a storm. If you wanna think about it that way.
Yeah.
Mave casts herself.
Okay. Does anything happen within the first 4 hours while?
No. First 4 go by.
Okay. He wakes Davlin up. Davlin gets up and takes the second 4 hours. Clean my weapon, sharpen my swords, repatch my armor a little bit.
Alright.
During the time, whenever I give her those, I can help you with the mending cantrip. I can do that for everybody.
There we go.
I can mend off all of our stuff.
Everybody's ears.
And I believe we were using prestidigitation for the ability to clean off all of our shit and all that, right?
Muck and stuff.
Right, so we can kind of make ourselves look decent.
Dry cleaning.
We are elves, dude. We
are the pimps of the game.
Oh, we're dying. We need fucking help. Yeah. Don't drop that before we get our hair done, though. Don't drop that shit.
Back on a side note for leveling up for Mave as a bard, at 6th level, I get counter charm. Is there anyone here who does not know what that is?
I do not. Can you explain?
At 6th level, I gain the ability to use musical notes or words of power to disrupt mind-influencing effects. As an action, I can start a performance that lasts until the end of my next turn. During that time, I can take any friendly creatures within 30 feet of me, and they have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Nice.
A creature must be able to hear me to gain this a benefit, and the performance ends early if I am incapacitated, silenced, or
now she added something to her repertoire. You got the Bardic Inspiration hand job. Now you got the anti-charm boot flash. Hey!
Whoa!
Hey guys, don't listen to them!
Yep.
We're here.
That should be the charm person.
Well, that's the defense against. That's what gives you advantage against
Then
the
what's
charm.
the song of rest?
Song of rest.
Yeah.
You make us turkey sandwiches.
Mm.
It's not a song.
I know.
Tryptophan.
Yeah. She fucking whips out pills. She says tryptophan pills.
For the anti-charm, she starts going, "Hey, just like a Varus's dick!" And you're like, "Oh!
Scar's naked.
Margaret Thatcher naked on a cold day.
Hey man, I'd hit Margaret
She
Thatcher.
has the same birthday I do.
She's one of my top 3. Game. What's game?
Okay.
It's game. So yeah, the 8 hours goes by, spell blinks out, we're all healed up.
Just kind of, like little drops of glitter. Or whatever.
So, what time of day is it?
It'll be early morning.
We're going to call it 8 a.m.-ish.
7-ish.
7 a.m.-ish. Okay. And
You're in the woods.
I'm looking for pillars of smoke. First thing I'm looking for. It's morning. Is it cold out?
We can see the buildings.
It's
we
frosty.
can see the lodge-ish
Yeah, there's
building.
I
lodge.
understand, but
We're
I'm making
looking for-
sure that there's signs of life.
Okay.
Yeah, there's smoke coming from one of the 3 large chimneys on it.
Okay. Everybody can see that. If not, Scar points it out as he's coming out.
But who was up at the last?
I was.
Everybody
Go ahead. Give me a perception check. Both of you
Perception.
two. Just tell me what you get.
Plus 6. So I get a 24.
25.
Nice.
Scar gets 25.
All right.
It's 24.
In the early morning, as sun is rising, you see 2 giant bird-like creatures fly off one of the chimneys. 2 of them, one in each direction.
If they're giant, can you explain what you mean by bird-like? Can I make a nature check
Yeah,
to see
you
what
can-
this
yeah.
thing is? Can
You
we
can do
both
nature.
do that?
Yeah.
I get a 16 on the nature check. Davlin gets a 16.
Yeah, Scar gets a 9.
Paratons.
And what are paratons?
I do not have a monster's
I
manual.
will give the...
Okay.
Bo knows what a paraton... Don't whip it out. It's alright.
Bo
What is
knows.
the picture?
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to describe it to you. But,
Okay.
it's like a giant eagle that has
Antlers or
deer antlers on it. Right? It's crazy, and it's mean. They're mean.
Now, with my nature check, would I know any kind of like feeding patterns? Do I know if they're like night stalkers? They go out during the day and not return, that kind of thing.
Carnivorous.
You got a what?
I got a 16.
They mostly go out to feed during the day and they roost at night.
Okay, fair enough.
Noted. We should probably worry about that.
Yeah. Well, we need to figure
Mental
out where
note.
we're at.
Yeah.
We need to figure out, should we keep these robes on?
No, ropes come off.
Okay.
Well,
Mave, what do you think of that?
I don't want to walk in. We don't know where the fuck we are. I'd rather be seen as Scar than be seen as Scar of Cult of the Dragon.
Scar, but we just came through a teleporter in the lair of the Cult of the Dragon. I gotta think this...
Everybody give me a survival check.
I get a 12. Davlin gets a 12.
Scar gets a 13.
Mave gets a 16.
Varus gets a 10.
Alright, never mind.
Yeah, fuck it.
Disregard that roll.
I don't know how to spell paraton.
Alright, well, that's alright. I just described it. It's a deer. It's a deer bird. Or bird.
It's a
deer
giant
bird.
man-eating deer animal.
Yeah.
Bird. Falcon.
Cross a falcon with a ravaging deer.
Maybe we should try to get closer to this building and, like, see if there's anybody in there or what we can...
By the nine hells, you're right. I want out of here. Paratons are flying around. Let's get fucking roof over us.
All right, yeah, let's move on out. Everybody with that?
Be ready.
I take off my robe at this point, my Cult of the Dragon robe at this point.
I'll take it from you.
I also disrobe.
Oh.
For reasons entirely outside of the game. No, I'll take off my robe with everybody too until we get closer and figure out what's going on.
Alright, so you guys are going to head up towards the...
I am willing to move slow enough to keep active perception checks going.
Yes, and stealth.
Stealth I think we have to actually roll and all that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is there are 2 Paratons and we're heading toward the camp. My thing is that I want to move slow and we got to keep our fucking eyes open for Paratons.
Right on.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because ain't nothing worse. You know what? In fact, fucking Paratons, mage armor. I put fucking mage armor up immediately.
Alright. So you guys, I take it, are walking up to the building, right?
Actively perceiving everything I can.
Yes. Understandable. Give me everybody throw out perception checks.
Okay, what I was hoping to do here, Game Master, was if we're going to go into turns, even if it's narrative, okay? My move, like, I'm going to hold my action. I'm just going to move. And the minute a perception check is made, I won't make a check or I'll make it a disadvantage. But a minute a fucking perception check is made and one of those things swooping down on us, I'm casting Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Alright.
On myself.
Alright.
Okay.
9 perception check for me. I am clueless.
So do you want me to make it one at disadvantage or just not make one?
This is something completely different.
15.
It's part of it, but
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with that yet.
Okay, so do I need to make a roll?
Yeah, just make a roll.
Varis
You're
rolled a
being
15.
active
What
and
was
looking around. Just
Perception?
perception, yeah.
It's fine.
What was that?
Varis rolls 15.
Scar rolls a 15.
Davlin rolls a natural 1. All right.
We ain't
Alright.
found shit.
You're looking around, Varis and Scar. You guys notice tracks coming out of the lodge area.
What kind of tracks?
Give me nature check. Whoever.
Give me a second, guys. I'm going to check and see what I can see here.
I'll help you. Let me take a look too. I'm aiding you, so I give him advantage. See how I did that as a team member instead of making a roll?
Was that nature again?
Yes.
17.
You notice troll tracks and drake tracks.
Trolls and drakes. This is going to be one hell of a time.
And you guys hear. I don't know.
Can you
What
save
would
that pick? So we
I
can never
guess
put it up?
imagine Jurassic Park when the dinosaurs are still in cage. You can hear them. Yeah, that's what you hear. So
What kind of tracks were there? Do we know?
Drake and troll.
Drake is in the guard Drake, like the four-legged
Yes.
dog lizard thing?
yes.
And troll is in the big things that need acid and fire.
I understand. All right.
Lightning works too.
So while you're doing that, I'm asking you how you can tell the difference. So you're pointing it out to me. Okay, like
See these 3 toes here?
Right.
Don't worry about those.
right.
See this long
The
drag
bigger
between
claw,
my legs?
the bigger,
Yeah,
the
that's-
bigger claw marks. Those are where the trolls are walking.
What you need to do is go down and lick it.
Yeah.
Now go down and lick it. You know what that did? That taught you a humbling lesson. Don't always listen to the first thing you're told.
Nice.
So, you guys notice those. They're going off into the, I should be the north, I don't know.
They're
Towards the
going
building
off.
we're heading
Yeah,
to.
no, they're
They're
going,
going away from you.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good thing.
All right, let's be cautious. Let's take this cabin.
Noted.
This is a pretty big building, right? Is it a cabin? What are we looking at?
Lodge.
It's a
is what he
lodge.
said, so it's huge.
So, it's this ancient, here's some text.
Right on.
Box text.
Box text. This ancient building has a wood and plaster upper floor over a fieldstone lower floor. Its shuttered windows are all closed.